The journey to adulthood can be difficult and often confusing. Maybe you're looking at your classmate a little differently, or you've started noticing people are talking about sex, relationships, and you're interested but don't know what to do, where to start, or even think. It's totally normal to be feeling confused at this time.
The girls mostly, they are the ones who are affected in this situation. The pressure to having sex with their boyfriends. The boyfriends force them into having unprotected sex, which is a danger to them. As a result, they might get STIs and unwanted pregnancies.
Teresa fell pregnant when she was 15 and gave birth to a son.
I was in love. We were in a relationship for 2 months. Then he asked me for sex. Then I said no because I was a virgin and I was very much scared. Very, very scared.
Sometimes girls get pressure from boys to prove that they are fertile. As a result, they end up getting pregnancies. They want to prove themselves by having babies and by sleeping with their boyfriends without using condoms.
The third time we came, we asked for it, and I was like, okay, we can have it. That's when we went and we had sex. No protection. Then I was pregnant.
Early pregnancy often results in girls having to drop out of school, meaning they lose out on their education and miss out on the fun of being young with their friends.
Among my friends, I was the only one who was pregnant. My mom cried. She couldn't bear the pain to say my child is pregnant. I stayed home. I stopped going to the market. I stopped going anywhere because people were busy laughing at me to say, she's pregnant. The boy who gave her pregnancy, he's saying to say he's not responsible. I have my child, and my worries are I can't raise him by myself. I don't have any money. What should I do? The father, he can't provide.
It is important that both male and female adolescents don't feel pressured into having sex.
Male adolescents encounter a lot of pressures, which includes the pressure to have sex. And not only that pressure, there are also some pressures from their friends, or I can call it peer pressure. What are you doing? Your girl will look at you to say that maybe you're not a man enough to ask or maybe to demand for sex.
It is very important that young people understand how to conduct safe and respectful relationships and consider how they approach the issue of sex with one another, so we can all be protected from unwanted pregnancy and accompanying consequences. Emmanuel and Victoria have been in a relationship for 2 years. They chose to be responsible by focusing on getting to know each other and enjoying each other's company before entering into a sexual relationship.
My parents got married and had children very young, and it was normal in their generation. But for us, I wanted to enjoy being together as husband and wife first.
Yeah, we got to know each other very well before our relationship even developed in something serious. Soon we are going to get married, but we do not have plans to have any children. Maybe at least maybe after 2 years or so, because I'm going to start work and she's doing a nursing course.
We talked about contraceptions together. It was a joint decision when we are ready.
To make sure they got the information they needed, Emmanuel and Victoria visited a family planning clinic together.
It was safe and confidential, and we were not embarrassed, but we discussed and openly discussed anything with them, and we wanted to have children one day when we are ready.
Imagine being in love and in a safe relationship. You spend time getting to know each other. Maybe you are falling in love. You decide to start a sexual relationship. You talk about it. You are both sure and do not feel pressured. You recognize that both men and women need to consent to having sex every single time. There are some simple things you can do to protect yourself against early or unwanted pregnancy. First, don't hold back from accessing your friendly family planning services. Staff there provide confidential advice about contraception and how to protect yourself from STIs, including HIV. You can find out about youth-friendly services from the nearest health facility.
Waiting to have sex can lead to healthier and more respectful relationships.
Be aware of peer pressure and know that you can have sex until you are ready.
It is for both girls and boys' responsibilities to protect themselves against STIs and unwanted pregnancies.